Hello, my friends. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my 13th drawing for Inktober this year, and it is in time lapse. This ended up taking me about 3 hours to draw this, and so I'm really just going to chat with you for a little bit, and then I'll be providing you with a little bit of soft music to watch the rest of it. I have been so very busy, and yet I'm still trying my best. Hopefully, I should be able to finish a drawing every day for this whole month. I'm just trying to do my best to push through it, even though I have a lot of stuff to do. And you know what? That's normal. It's absolutely normal. I'm just doing what I can to get through it. This drawing in particular, I just thought something about it. I don't know what happened. It turned out so good. I don't know what else to call it. It turned out good in my own perspective, my personal view. I really like the way it turned out. As you can see, I started here just by doing some pencil sketching, trying to find some shapes and forms that were going to be pleasing and that I hoped would come out good. And I just kind of went at it at this point here. As you can see, I'm just about done filling the page with some scribbles and just some sketches, and it's a little bit after this that I finally start going in with the pen. And one thing that I can really say is that I think this is a good example of what happens as you grow as an artist. And I know that a lot of you who watch this channel are maybe trying to find a little inspiration to make your own drawings, to create your own things. Some of you have pointed out that sometimes you find it a little daunting to start some of these drawings. Sometimes it's a little difficult. And, I think that we're all in a different stage. And I'm at a stage right now where I honestly feel like I am making progress. I feel like there's a lot of growth. Like I'm finally starting to find my pacing. I'm finally finding the types of things that I really want to draw, that I really want to create. And I think this drawing is a very good example of that. That in a fairly efficient way and in a fairly kind of effortless and painless way, I just laid down the paper. I made a sketch, just something that I imagined, something that just kind of started entering my mind, and I made it come to life. And I think that this is all a result of just years of practice, years of working at this. And I think that it's a good message actually for anyone, even for myself later when I take a look at this video. It's a good message to say, if you work at it, if you do just a little bit at a time, a little bit each day, take a break for a few days, go back to it, do a little bit more. Just a little bit more each day can make a huge difference over time. And I think that when I started this drawing and I just kind of thought, okay, let's see what happens, I gave myself permission to think, well, this might be good, this might be bad, but it's fine. I just need to keep going. And I certainly have a lot of days that are bad. I have some days that turn out great, and then I have some days where the things that I draw aren't so great. I mean, overall, the entire day might not be so great. That happens a lot too. But specifically talking about artwork, there are successful days, there are bad days. There's a little bit of everything. This drawing, I think something strange happened where I think just a lot of things clicked. A lot of those little details, those little tips that I try to give all of you in my drawings when I do these videos. And I try to share with you kind of the thinking behind some of the drawings or the processes. And I did my best to use all of my own advice here just to try to see how much of it works, how much of it doesn't, how beneficial it is, how much it can help. And so I tried to use a lot of that. I use different line widths. Sometimes I use thicker lines and thinner lines. I did a lot of pen flicking. I tried to do lots of nice organic shapes and change the directions of the lines and just did a whole lot of different things. And I think it ended up turning out just really good. It turned out really interesting. There are a lot of aspects to this drawing that I just really enjoyed and that I'm certainly going to be repeating a lot. And I guess just having said that, having explained that even through having a life and having a lot of responsibilities, it's still possible to make progress this way. And yes, some of you may be drawing for different reasons. Personally, I know I am trying to improve. I am trying to kind of learn new things and to explore new concepts. That is where I'm at. I am trying to get better. And I'm really happy that currently I feel like I am improving. Personally, I believe that I am getting better. And so I would like to share that with all of you right now because it happens, but it happens so slowly. Whenever I hear anyone showing or telling me that they're a little frustrated with their work, that maybe they're not getting what they want out of it, if you are there, if that's where you're at, or you're feeling a little frustrated, maybe the last few things you've created, you didn't really like them, I would still encourage you to keep going. Try to focus on how it feels to draw or paint or whatever it is you do. Try to focus on that. How does it feel to create? Try not to focus on the end result. Try to focus on the process. What parts of the process do you enjoy the most? If sketching is your favorite part, then focus on that. Focus on the parts that are enjoyable to you. I think that I often see a lot of art teachers, a lot of experienced artists who give advice saying that you have to work through it, that you have to push yourself, you have to. And I agree that you do have to push yourself. I agree that if you're like me and you're trying to make progress and you're trying to get better, there's a certain way in which you can push yourself that helps cause growth. But sometimes pushing yourself to do something you just don't enjoy, uh, I don't think that can actually help you. I don't think it can help. I feel like if I had followed the advice of many people, then I would keep trying to draw human forms, maybe drawing faces or hands and things like that. And I'm sure I would learn and I'd get okay out of it, but I wouldn't enjoy it at all. I don't enjoy drawing humans. It's everybody else does it. Everybody else gets praised for it, and I really just wanted to do something more like this. This is what gets me going. This is what gets me excited. It's drawing just lots of little things that are just tangled and twirled and layered. This is what I want to draw. Maybe someday I'll draw faces in with this. Maybe I'll learn to do that better, but for now, this is where I'm at, and this is where I'm focused. And so if you're there as well, and you wish you could make progress, you wish you could get better, I would just like to encourage you and remind you to just keep working at it and take your time. The mind is a very complicated thing. It is complex. There's so much going on in your neural pathways. Every little connection, every little brain cell, every neuron is unique. And it takes time. Every time you learn something new, you're going to build a new connection. You're going to make new pathways in your brain that will help you develop. And that takes time. Every day that you draw, every moment that you spend creating, working on your craft, is a moment that you alone will grow. So I'd like to encourage that. I'd like to push you and tell you, keep going. Maybe right now your drawings aren't the best, and that is absolutely fine. That is where we all start. Every single one of us starts there, at a point that's kind of simple or maybe even mediocre. We are all there. I was actually just looking at some of my drawings from Inktober of last year, 1 year ago, and the difference is enormous. Absolutely enormous. Some of those drawings that I created this year already for this Inktober just look so different from the things I made last year. And this is just where I'm at right now. It's just where my journey is taking me right now. I have often seen in other artists' kind of public forums or maybe on their YouTube, on their Instagram and things like that, where I'll see comments sometimes from fellow artists who say, "Hey, your work is so beautiful, but it makes me not want to try it, not try to make any artwork like yours because it's really daunting. I feel like it's just too perfect for me to try to do it." And I feel sad for anyone who feels that way, who instead of feeling inspired by someone else's work feels that it's daunting, because it is never the point for you to try to perfectly recreate someone else's work. Instead, the point is for you to find the parts of it that you think are just lovely, and to do your best to try to make something like that that's close enough and that maybe suits your style a little better. You should never try to exactly replicate someone else's work. This is just my personal view. That instead, try to make it your own. Try to find your own way to grow and to develop and to improve. I think that's pretty much what we should all be trying to do. My personal view, of course, it's not anybody else's thing that they have to do. And so that's what I try to do when I am creating these strange little things that I can't even tell you what they are. I just can't explain what it is. It's just something I really, really needed to create. But I see progress. But because I've been persevering, I've been working through it. And so I guess that's my message for all of you today is work through it. Even if you're just trying to draw and create, just for your own personal journey, your own personal pastime, just so you can spend the time doing something peaceful and meaningful, keep at it. Something's going to happen. And even if nothing else happens, as long as you fall in love with your own art, then that's enough. That is worth it. For you to fall in love all over again with the thing that you're creating. And that is exactly what I would love for each and every one of you. And so I will leave you with that for today. And I do hope that you all do have a wonderful day. There's a lot of unfortunate things happening around the world right now. And rather than list them all off right now, all I want to say is that I wish the best for all of you. Wherever you're at, if you're somewhere a little tough or if you're safe, just please take care of yourself. I hope that you do your best for yourself and for your loved ones, for everyone around you. And for my part, on my part, I will do my best to continue with this project and to finish up all of my drawings for the rest of this month. I'll do my best, and I will continue to share my progress so that I can, if I can, provide some of you with a few ideas so that you can play around with your own artwork. So again, that's it for me for today, and I'll leave you with a little bit of music so you can see the rest of the progress and the process for this drawing. And thank you again so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow for drawing number 14.